Founded in 2013, Barefoot Law uses digital technologies to provide legal services free of charge.
That is our main objective.
I remember when we started the online community engagements, we were uncomfortable as the team. So we're wondering, how is it going to work? How do we train people? How do we carry out community sensitizations online? Everyone was worried. We were wondering, were the people going to understand us? Would we achieve the impact? Well, right now, we are comfortably executing that activity online. We are able to train the people. We are able to carry out the sensitizations online, and we have figured it out. It's working and the impact is overwhelming. It's just right for us to celebrate the 13 years. Happy birthday, Barefoot Law.
I was looking up on the internet trying to find out what are some of the significant things that have happened in the 13th year of anything, so to speak. In the 13th year of United States' independence, that the 13th Amendment was ratified, in essence, did away with all slavery. It was the abolition of slavery amendment. In 2013, Edward Snowden releases all the documents that expose a lot of things about how we understand the world. And coincidentally, in the same year, Barefoot Law is begun. And so 13 years later, I think for me, what I think is that we stand at the cusp of something great. Personally, I know what it is. I think for me, every year is an opportunity for you to do something that etches yourself in history. And the reason why I looked up these significant things is hopefully one day someone 1,000 years from now will be celebrating a 13th year anniversary of something. And when they'll look up, they will know that in the 13th year of Barefoot Law, something significant was done to create peaceful communities in which people thrive. Happy anniversary, Barefoot Law.
To my own experience, how has this journey been? I think for the time that I've been at Barefoot Law, the spirit of togetherness as accountability is something that I've always admired. And this has really improved the output and input of our works to the people that we serve. And I think the organization has really had some, great impacts to the different societies. And I can only wish the organization more and more of this. Happy 13th anniversary to Barefoot Law.
A challenge that I feel has made us grow so much. Initially, when we went out into communities and set up our Barefoot Law boxes in some of the most remote areas here in Uganda, there was a lot of technophobia, in the sense that there was a lot of fear in the use of technology. Will it work? Will the lawyer be able to assist me? Will they see me? Will they understand the gravity of the legal issues that I am going through? Those are some of the issues that the people had. But over the years, we now have built a reliable relationship where we see people coming in and having full confidence in our systems, in our lawyers, and we are seeing that the impact is growing continuously, to the point that even people come in from different districts just to have our services and speak to a lawyer from Barefoot Law. So it's really been a blessing, and happy birthday to Barefoot Law.
I'd like to appreciate everyone for the wonderful work done, and also congratulating Barefoot Law for having made 13 years of existence in serving the people in the community. The coming of Barefoot Law box in Mutumba, it has really helped the people in the community, whereby before the girl children were not being given their share in the family. They were being ignored, they were being left out. But by the coming of the Barefoot Law box in Mutumba, it has really given the people in the community training through the community engagements, whereby the people were being taught the law, and right now the girl children they are being given their share. They are owning land and they are using it for farming, and they are living happy and harmony with each other. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Barefoot really has grown from the beginning back in 2013 up to now. I remember when I first came in, I was a new guy. Things were a bit tight, getting to learn things around here and there. But I've really enjoyed my experience here. I remember my first memorable experience was when I went to the Gulu Barefoot Law box. It was the first time I was there in northern Uganda. I liked how everyone was kind, peaceful. It was really my best experience. Also, now a memorable experience that helped us grow was when we had our future ideas last year, where it was a new experience because we were doing the recording by ourselves in-house. So we had to learn bits and tricks, new things here. And I believe what we learned there has helped us grow in our content creation. Yeah, so I really like to say that happy birthday, Barefoot Law.
My experience with Barefoot Law has really been interesting. Here I was thinking, how do lawyers use technology to reach out to people and how do they solve their problems online? But yeah, I'm now in the system and I'm actively helping people resolve their issues and also guiding them here and there. And from the success stories that we hear, almost every week we get feedback from people appreciating our work and us helping them resolve their disputes and also ensuring that they are staying happily in the communities where they live and also peacefully with their neighbors, family members. So yeah, it has been a great experience.
As we celebrate 13 years, I would like to share my experience working with Barefoot Law. One of them is that before you are a lawyer, you're human. That means that in handling cases, in handling the different people that run to you with their legal problems, you need to be empathetic. You need to put on the lawyer self after the human self. Another thing that I've learned over the course of the years is that when it comes to access to justice and legal innovation, most people focus more on the innovation and forget about the people. Yet when it comes to access to justice, what is more instrumental is that it's not about the tools, it's not about the system, it's not about the infrastructure, it's not about all these other things, but it is about how people can efficiently and effectively have access to justice. Another key thing that I've also learned is that one, as lawyers, we are problem solvers. When a person comes to you, a person doesn't care about you understanding about the law. They need their legal problems to be resolved.
At 13 years, I believe we have seen a lot of impact, seen from the eyes of children not fearing the law to using it to act, seen from a farmer's perspective to reclaim his land, and a woman using the law to empower and act on her justice needs. Barefoot Law has moved just beyond the provision of legal information to creating communities that move together to empower the least vulnerable among us. As we move to this, I know we're 13 years old now, but I'm more interested in our story because our community, our benefits have moved all the way from the individual to the community, even to the society. And now we're starting to see international reverberations in the impact of our work. As we continue in our next step, I look forward to the numbers, the success stories that we document, the legal outcomes that we hypothesize about, and the outcomes that we intend to create in the lives of the people that we intend to serve. Happy birthday, Barefoot Law.
As Barefoot Law is making 13 years of impacts in both the legal sphere and society, I'm more than proud to be part of that team. One of my best moments at Barefoot Law is the transition from being an internship student to being part of the team. And during the internship program, it was such a learning experience where we had to go to the field, talk about the legal problems facing the people, come up with the research and present that research at the Future Ideas Conference. It was such an amazing experience. Now, as part of the team, it is such a privilege to grow in this team and get support from everyone. Happy 13th anniversary, Barefoot Law.
Happy birthday, Barefoot Law. We bless the Lord for the far He has brought us. For the last 4 years I've been at Barefoot Law, I've seen how passionate we are to the communities out there all over the country, all over all over Africa. It has groomed me and it has brought me to that level of understanding how passionate Barefoot Law is to the communities out there. For all having said, we pledge our commitment to serving the communities out there. Thank you. Happy birthday, Barefoot Law, once more. I do not have a specific favorite Barefoot Law story because I believe Barefoot Law in itself is that story. It's a favorite story. It can be told as a favorite story from a startup to now an organization that has evolved over the years. I think it was a very bold idea that was created to address a need that was needed in Uganda. Over the years, this need has been rather met with new innovation that the team at Barefoot Law has really contributed to. So this bold idea has transformed lives, and you can see that through the impact across the communities that we've served, and this has been at the heart of what we do as Barefoot Law. The beauty of this story is being able to innovate through the challenges, the lack of resources, going to remote communities and finding new ways of meeting people where they are in different ways. The second would be the team at Barefoot Law. Their resilience, their passion for the work that they do. And I think that this has pushed the organization for the past 13 years to where it is right now. But again, we couldn't have mitigated some of these challenges. We couldn't have done this work without what I believe Barefoot Law is, which is community. Communities of supporters, partners, individuals who have done an amazing work in supporting.
Happy anniversary, Barefoot Law. Cheers to 13 years of excellence, 13 years of impacting communities, of creating peaceful communities where people thrive. That has been our major purpose, and we have successfully implemented and achieved this via the various technological approaches that we have been implementing over the years. I joined Barefoot Law as a young man, and I've seen how powerful technology and innovation can transform a simple idea into a very big solution that can transform the lives of people around the world. Barefoot Law has successfully implemented legal empowerment approaches using digital technologies, and this has been incredibly important in driving our success over the years. To this, I say happy anniversary, Barefoot Law. Cheers to 13 more years to come.
The most memorable thing for me in this time is how far we have come in being able to express and explain the law to you, the people that we serve. Well, for a child, I think they would be struggling, they would be starting to learn how to talk properly, to bring ideas across. And in that time, I think what is most impressive for me is seeing that Barefoot Law every year and every day learns more and more how to explain the law, even to ourselves as lawyers. You find that you're understanding the law better and you're able to articulate it better. And as a team, I think the best thing to be able to look at on a daily basis is to see that the team gets that deeper understanding that they're able to give to the people that we serve as well. And hopefully, many years from now, maybe when we are now 20, that understanding will have gone so much further. Well, where I come from, we usually say that you grow in wisdom and stature, and hopefully, that's what we're going to see more and more with Barefoot Law, with the 13th birthday and going forward.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Barefoot Law for the 13 years of serving the people of our community. Before the coming of Barefoot Law to Namutumba, a lot of activities were being done without legal knowledge. For example, on the side of the Muslim community, the sheikhs were uniting the couples into marriage without giving them certificates. But now that has changed because the sheikhs are being sensitized by the Barefoot Law lawyers the importance of giving out certificates to married couples. I want to thank Barefoot Law for such a great work they are doing in our community.
What are my reflections about Barefoot Law at this milestone of 13 years in existence now? Well, for me, it would be the coming of in place the Barefoot Law boxes in the various locations the organization has been able to set up those offices. Because having these particular remote offices in those hard-to-reach areas has been such a life-changing event for so many people in the communities. The communities have been able to interact with lawyers that they have just been hearing about, but here they are interacting with the lawyers through the TVs, through the physical interactions where the lawyers go to the ground to do the outreaches, where the lawyers have consultations with them. Through Teams, through the TVs, through Zoom, and they're able to actually have that personal touch or the one-on-ones with lawyers at no cost. That for me, I would say, is like one growth and one highlight for me for Barefoot Law at 13 years. And yeah, and just the innovation that has gone around it, because not many lawyers are actually accessible, but Barefoot Law having bridged that gap for the local person at the grassroots has been it for me. And just seeing the innovation continue and the experiences go on. We really never, ever, ever stop learning because the limit is just really beyond us. I really, really look forward to seeing a lot more, that the organization reaches as many people at the grassroots as possible to make sure communities thrive.
I am very passionate of what I do to the people of community, and the impact that I saw Barefoot Law has impacted to the life of people are that women have already recovered their land, which helped me and which give me joy and energy to do work every day, and I thank you.
Barefoot Law at 13 for me is a story of resilience, a story of survival, and a story of growth. When I look back at the 13 years in which we've been in operation, I see survival, and I see us thriving, and I see us growing in ways that none of us ever expected. I think it's because we're doing the Lord's work, and because we're doing the Lord's work, we keep getting blessed. When you see the number of people that we've served this year as we celebrate 13, 22,000, which is about 10% of the total legal cases handled by the Justice Ministry in Uganda. When you see the stories of resilience of the people that we've served, and when you see them walking away with a smile, and sometimes walking away with sadness because they understand the magnitude of the problem that they face, for me, that's where the resilience comes from, and that's where the celebrations come from, day in, day out. Barefoot Law is what it is as an institution because it has stood on the shoulders of partners and people that we've worked with. This would never, never have been achieved as Barefoot Law alone.
As concern for the girl child, we have partnered with Barefoot Law in the communities we serve through promoting justice. We would like to thank Barefoot Law for the partnership, for the support that they have given us. We have been able to have different projects with Barefoot Law where they have supported our work through this Haven project that we did a couple of years ago, where we were skilling girls and helping them through advocacy. We would like to congratulate Barefoot Law for 13 years of transforming lives through justice.
As Watoto Childcare Ministries, since 2023, that's about the time that we began work with Barefoot Law, we have done quite phenomenal work, a lot of work for the children, for the women. To be more specific, we have served the women in Gulu, and we've served up to 200 women in this partnership here. What we have done is legal awareness. As we've met the women, we have provided them with education. Just basic education on their rights as a woman has been critical during this phase of the partnership. Being able to train our staff as well has been an important piece for us. Congratulations, Barefoot Law. It's been an amazing 13 years, I believe, and We wish you the best as you continue to touch lives in communities, as you reach women, as you reach children. It's our prayer from the Watoto side that you reach them with impact, that we see women who are better empowered to stand for themselves because they know their rights.
So it's a collective effort, and we've worked with so many people through the years. Some of the best partners that we've worked with are the people that we've served. So a lot of the approaches that we've had, what people see as Barefoot Law's approach, has been derived from lessons we've gotten and feedback we've gotten from the people that we've served through the years. We've worked with institutional partners, but I think most importantly, the Barefoot Law team that has been with us from day one to where we are.